Everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. It has been a hell of a week. I want to welcome everybody to the chat. Tim, Robot Jim, Intergalactic Wrangler Lynn, Rachel, our very own OB2. Let's see who was here before. There's probably still here now. Robot Jim, Woo Riders DG, you're here. Excellent. Crowd is filing in. Awesome. Hey, Renee and Operation Shutdown. Awesome. Great to have y'all here. And first things first, let me get a sound check. How do I sound? Is it okay? Let me have a sound check, please. Put it in the chat. Let me have a sound check because I need to know, do I sound good? Everyone's mics have been very low on YouTube lately that I've been listening to. Sounds good. Okay. I hope my mic is not low. Please let me know if it is. All right. So sound check is done. Good. Loud and clear. Thumbs up. Sounds good all around. Alrighty then. Good deal. Now, first thing, it's been a hell of a week, y'all. I've had to go through, if you follow me on Facebook, I do post things that happen, right? And, health issues. So I'm dealing with them. But the VA wants to take forever doing it. So whatever. I think I'm going to let the herbal stuff take root again. By the way, coffee has nothing to do with any of it. So we're good. It's still the idea of not being able to drink coffee made me want to drink all the coffee. So, hey, Sarah. So, yeah, there's that. So it's a little bit of stress and it's bringing my energy levels a little down. So bear with me, right? But earlier this week, shout out Bigfoot Michigan Rob, had a show and had an anomaly show up on the show. I recorded it. I'm going to try to play it. It doesn't need sound. It's a visual anomaly. They didn't even notice it or mention it during the show. So I'm going to show this right now. And this is actually my video that I took. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. It doesn't matter that there's no sound, right? I'm sorry. You know what? Here's what. I'm going to maximize the screen there so you can see that a little better. So watch on her as you're looking at the left side of the screen. Watch the left side of the screen. It's going to be at the very end of this short clip. I entitled it Humble Corn Ghost Orb because those are the words that she's saying. Humble corn. They're talking about mysticism of foods, right? Which is cool. That's awesome. And this person is Varla. I can't read the last name. Varla. She was on Bigfoot Michigan's Rob's show as a guest. Now watch. I set the screen, set the playback speed 0.25. It's right at the very end. Now, if you'll look on the left side of your screen, above the green name badge, it's coming. Hold on. She's a mystic, okay? And enter stage. Did you see that? Here it comes again. Here it comes again. Boom. What is that? No one knows what that is. I think that was a hell of a catch. Okay, here we go. So, did anyone else catch this during Rob's show? Because I did, and I was filming the screen with my phone because I didn't want to go through. I wanted to tell him right then. They didn't address it until the next day. And yeah, it looks like a metal bubble. Looks like an orb, right? Yeah, could be a watch or a ring. But what I don't have those things don't fly through the air normally. So I think that was a pretty good, you know, pretty good catch. And yeah, her hand does raise a little bit, but not enough for something to come off screen coming this way. Coming this way. It was literally coming down like as you're looking at me, see where the name of the chat thing is? Comes down here and disappears. Comes down here and disappears. No clue. No clue how what that was. They've both been made aware. Hopefully Varla knows. I mean, I told Rob on Facebook. I told Rob. So yeah, it could be there's a lot of things. Okay. An orb with a finger pointing. I didn't see that. It looked like a metal bubble. And yeah, ghost or spirit orb, yeah. And there was another one further into the show just a few minutes later, but it looked like it could have been a bug. Okay. I have to debunk that one. It looked like it could have been a bug or something flying through the air from the air conditioner. I don't know, or from the top of a ceiling fan. Aussie Tiger is reminding us one of the most important parts of the Quantum Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're here, you're Quantum with an internet full of funny cats. You ended up here. Thank you all for being here. Yeah. So that was the first thing. And I was telling Rob, I love when the anomalies show up. She does a few things. She does remote viewing. She does research on ancient cultures, I believe. Varla, I need to go look at Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Where are you at? Bigfoot Michigan Rob, come on. I want to drop that link in the chat right now. I'm looking at it. I'm looking for it. Oh, let me show you the screen what I'm doing. I know there was no sound to that one. Sorry about that. Let me just show the screen while I'm looking here. Bigfoot Michigan Rob, show me the channel. This was this week, so it wasn't too far back. It was. Come on, Varla, where are you at? Wow, was it? It wasn't 6 months ago. It was this week. Looking for Varla's show. Where is Varla's show? I'm looking for. Wait a minute. Live. I'm sorry. I was on the wrong tab. Okay. Varla Ventura, Enchanted Plants. This is what she was talking about. Okay. Shout out once again, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Go to his channel, please. Great interviewer. He covers so many topics. Okay. As you can see, I already hit like and I listened to this whole show. This was great. I had to go back a couple times. So I'm going to copy that into our chat room right now in case you'd like to go see. It's there in the chat room. So I'm going to stop sharing that now. And that was a good. I have had things show up on camera before. All of us in the panel have had things show up on camera. However, it's never been online. It's never been during a live broadcast. It's always been backstage. And I'm like, oh man, of course we weren't recording. But there is the link to Rob's show. Go see it. It's good. Varla's really good. she mysticism of plants in that particular show. Okay, that will be in the it will be in the description after the show as a related thing that we talked about. I'm just taking notes, of course. Notes. That will remind me to get the note completed later. So, yeah, and I know I mentioned this last show, but there are things that have happened since last show. And okay, a lot of them are personal to me. So it's not no reality jumping this week. None of that. I haven't really seen anything. I've been looking, but I haven't really seen anybody out in the wild, meaning, aliens. And I'm going to talk about just a title subject of the show was my spirit guide with words. I know I mentioned this last week. Says, Nathan, there are some things you have to go through. And I can only take it on faith. Okay, that's all I can do. What am I going to do? Argue? No, I don't want to do that. Higher being here, okay? They know what's up. They know my chart that I plotted from the other side before I got here. And she's doing her best not to give it away because apparently that's a rule. And she's telling me, she's giving me warnings about the now. She won't tell me about the future. That's apparently off the table forever. But she's telling me about the now. And that's what's happening now. And yeah, I am going through some things. I hope this is the things. And there's no more. Okay. I hope there's not a whole lot more. Oh, yeah. And for some reason, Raven's phone called me. I don't know. She keeps it in her purse, right? Am I right? I think you keep it in your purse. And I heard, and there was like, Raven's calling. Hey, what's up, Raven? And I heard nothing. Rustling. I'm like, hello. And she goes, hello? I'm like, yes. Hey, Raven, you called me. We talked for a few minutes and it was good. We didn't really have a whole bunch of quantum stuff to happen. So we just, yeah. Intergalactic Wrangler saying, still waiting for you to call me. And he says, joke, just kidding, LOL, all that. But I didn't really have a lot to update with. And we're both so busy that I've been invited on other shows. I either don't have time or now I don't have energy. Because this stuff is really kicking my butt, y'all. Okay. And I've been invited to go on a couple of shows. Like Rob, I think Rob wants me to come on, just not as an interview, but kind of like as a panel member or just talking about stuff. Because I don't know how good of an interview subject I would be, to be totally honest, because I don't present, I don't have a script that I go by. Here's my script. Look, 2 points of interest today, right? That's it. I don't have a spiel, so to speak, right? But apparently these people want to talk to me, and I'm when I get energy and time, I will do it. I will. So, like, me and Raven have been planning an interview for 2 years, and we haven't had something. Always happens and something has always happened to prevent that interview from going down. I've been invited to these other shows. Oh, Sir Bryan Bowden wants me to go on his show. Cool. I want to do it. I keep getting stopped from being able to do it. Shout out Sir Bryan Bowden. Your link will be in the description if it isn't already. And yeah, we say this every month. We say this every month. It's been 2 years. I'm not giving up on it. But listening to the universe. I don't mean just when your guide comes to you with words, right? Not just that, not like a spiritual slap to the back of your head, not that. Okay? And well, now she's not available to do it. Do it now? She's not available to do it. Hey, Scream Engine. I have not played Atari today. I should be. I should at least break out some Pong once or twice. But see, now she's not available to do it. She's got stuff going on, and I'm doing my show. This is my little block of time. So that is sometimes how the universe talks to you. It guides you. You're guided in such a way to where you are able to do some things, you aren't able to do other things. Red car is still down because I have not been able to get that freaking thing fixed, right? And it's car talk, it's sway bar links. It is something that will sling you off the road. So don't drive your car if they need it, right? If it needs it, don't drive it because it won't drive right. That's what's wrong with the red car. So I like my car. I like it. It's my little fighter jet, right? I love it. It zips around like a BMW or a Porsche. Not very fast, but you ask it to take a turn, it says, yes, sir, may I have another. And it's like, don't care. Let's handle this stuff, right? Let's outmaneuver everyone else on the road except BMW and Porsches. And I bet it's up to skill at that point. But I'm being stopped from being able to do that. I bought a tool from Amazon to make it work. It broke. I mean, as I was using it, it broke. I wasn't even being mean to it. Maybe a little bit mean to it. I'm held off on fixing it, right? And this stuff I'm going through health-wise, it's keeping me from doing other things. Because now I feel like I'm tethered to the house because I can't go for very long without having to do medical stuff. It's keeping me from doing stuff. And it's one of those things that when I'm a go-getter, okay? I really am. I want to go boots on the ground to places. You saw me, the Let's Go Check segment, shout out Robot Jim, made me a segment intro. Awesome. I'll try to play it here. We'll see how that works. And the Let's Go Check, you know what? That has a story. That phrase, let's go check, let's go see. My little dog Tilk, when he was with me, I taught him to let's go check stuff. And we would go in and he would be my scout. Oh, it was so great. He was the best little scout. He never would get himself in trouble. He was really loud, but he was never very aggressive to like biting things or something. He bit me one time because he thought I was getting myself in trouble and it was a warning. I know, I love that phrase too. And I taught him, let's go see, let's go check. And we would team up and all of a sudden we were like, that we were the scouting party and we would go into the living room, down the block, down the street, out the driveway, whatever. And we would go check stuff out and he would go ahead of me, check stuff out. And there was one time, this is a great story. He was on top of it. My old neighborhood was not the greatest one, right? It was very Santa Muerta, if you know what I mean. Okay. It was very Santa Muerta, Saintess Death, or Saint Death. Santa Muerta. Shout out Santa Muerta. Okay. And there was a guy at the end. He was trying to put together some shelves, the metal bar with the little sleeve collar things. if you know it, you know it. If you see it, you'll know it, right? And he couldn't do it. Tilk would not go in that room. Would not go in that little apartment house. Would not. There was something wrong in there. It was hot. I was burnt. He wouldn't even let me pick him up to take him in there. He would not go in that house. And he goes everywhere I go. He would not go in. Luckily, nothing happened to me. I showed him how to do it. He had no clue. And that was fine, but that guy had something up with him. Tilt knew it. He would not go in that house. So, yeah, I loved him. I have, if I can, I'll dig up a picture at some point, but he was so cool. We did everything together after a certain point. And I'm still one of those people. Well, if my dog can't come in, then it's too good for me too. See ya. I wouldn't go in. They wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let him in. I wouldn't bother going in. So that's where that comes from. That actually has a history. Let's go see. Let's go check. That was me and my dog. And after a while, something would happen. He would run in the room, or we would hear something in the other room, and I'd say, Tilt, go check. And he would go check. He would run in there, and he would let me know what's going on. It was he was great at what he was doing, right? And he learned. He was on top of it. He was on top of stuff. To be a giant Chihuahua small dog, okay? And yeah, we don't deserve dogs. Yeah. Yep, love me, love my dog, right? So, hey, Dorothy, welcome to the Quantum Show. Listening, hi all. Laying down and listening, officially lurking. Alrighty then. Hey, Diane. And Scream Engine is saying, I was just hanging with my favorite niece, a German Shepherd girl, for my past week. Okay, my deceased bro's dog. Okay, I get her whenever sis-in-law goes on vacation here. Awesome. And yeah, dogs aren't the only ones that will talk to us. We all know our pets. We know our family pets, and they are not dumb critters, right? We're in tune with them. We're empathically linked with them. They know when we're upset, and I sure knew when he was upset. So, yeah, they recharge us. They help us. And I only wish I could have a dog here, or a cat, or I could have gerbils, but gerbils don't do great as familiars. But they're still good. Shout out gerbils. But yeah, that's why I said that. And Robot Jim made an intro, and that was awesome. Let me see if I can play it here. I'm looking around in my files. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I wasn't prepared to show that. It's around here somewhere. Okay, well, I will keep looking throughout. Let's see here. I will keep looking throughout, and I will find it. So, yeah, I can't find it right at the moment. So there's that, right? Let me go ahead and do this. And if you would like to, this is something else YouTube wants me to say. If you would like to support the show, link in the top, pinned in the chat for the coffee. Shout out all the coffee buyers that have hooked me up in the past. I didn't shout you out then. I didn't get a chance to, because I look at this while I'm doing the show. I don't look at too much other stuff because it just distracts me and I don't know where I'm talking I don't know what I'm talking about. I get distracted. And something else. We had years ago, we had Kinky and Spanky, right? Those were our two gerbils. Kinky was a light brown, like desert light brown. Spanky was gray and black. Gerbils, okay? Spanky passed away. And her family, my ex's family, would come over and swear they saw a mouse running around. We had no mice. Swear there was a mouse running around. No mouse. It was Spanky. I have no doubt about it that they were both girls. They were both females. They were both. Oh, we had more than that, right? Yeah, miniature giant space hamsters. But they're ninjas too. They coordinate. They know tactics. It is cool because okay, we had Kinky and Spanky. Now they're only this big. Okay, they're only this big. They're tiny. They weren't giant. Spanky was a little smaller, but they still weren't very big. Guinea pig, that big. Okay, we got two of them, and we got one of those really big cages where you line it with hay and straw. Here's what we did, right? We wanted them to get used to each other. This was a mistake. So we try to do the smell where they have scent memory, and we try to get them used to each other, putting the cages next to each other. But I thought that had worked. So the gerbils couldn't get out of their cage, but they could get into the guinea pig cage because it had bigger holes. They're bigger critters, right? Here's what happened. One day, and it had been like 2 weeks that we'd had these cages set next to each other. We thought they were accustomed to each other. Well, apparently Kinky and Spanky were plotting, okay? Because the guinea pig, they're very docile. I mean, really docile. And they will, if you find a wild guinea pig, you just reach down and you pick it up. And it's like, I'm here now, kind of like a possum that's not angry, right? You just grab them and they're just like, look at you. They will look at you. Okay. Now, here's what happened. Guinea pig in the middle of this big, it was like a 4-foot cage, 4 foot by 4 foot. This is a big cage filled with straw. I put Kinky and Spanky in, she's in the middle. The guinea pig is in the middle. Kinky and Spanky were, I put them in the cage right next to each other because they're buddies, right? And Kinky started jumping up and down, like, look at me, look at me, look at me. And I was looking at her. I was like, what are you doing? Meanwhile, Spanky was running around the other side of the cage, like 45 degrees, burrowed through the thing. Okay, burrowed in the bottom of the straw of the cage. Meanwhile, Kinky or Spanky is over here jumping around. Look at me, look at me. You know, like posturing and stuff. Distraction. Kinky burrowed down, jumped up like this. Mouth is wide open and bit her so bad on the backs, bit the crap out of her. And I'd never heard a guinea pig scream until that time. And I was like, oh, what are you doing? It was an open top cage. I was like, what are you doing? You're using tactics, little ninjas. Oh my God. So yeah, they are the best diggers. I could not believe it. They had not dug like that before, but we had we had them in a glass cage most of the time. And she went all the way through the straw silently, didn't know what was going on, and had Spanky over here distracting jumping up and down. I've never seen her do that before. They were using tactics. I couldn't believe it. Forget it. Cats, forget it. Got no chance against these gerbils, right? They were. Oh, thank you, Renee. Just got shout out to Renee Andrews. Bought coffee for the show. You know what? Any funds derived now will be going to the Bigfoot conference in July. That's my next event. The Bigfoot conference in July. I don't care what happens, right? Health-wise, Bigfoot will heal me. I'm going. Shout out Renee Andrews. Thank you so much for the coffee sent over. You're one of the greatest fans, let me tell you. All proceeds now are going towards getting me safely over to Gatlinburg to, well, really, to see the aliens who want to talk about Bigfoot. Because that's what has happened in the past. Y'all know about that. I did a non-human report. I did 2 non-human reports for 2 shows. Went out there, the blonde chicks, and I gotta go back and look what was the other one. But ironically, Bigfoot never shows up, but aliens do. I love it. I love it when that happens. Renee, you're a legend. What do they say over there? You're a legend. You're helping me get to the Gatlinburg conference. Legend. Shout out Renee Andrews. And thank you so much. I don't have anything to share here, but it's over there. And Wrangler says, don't forget to smash that like button because it's a banger of a show. Not really. I mean, that's something that bloggers were told to say. Say, it's a banger, y'all. It's a banger. Smash that like button. It's a banger. I don't think there's any bangers here. We do like to have people. I like to have people watch the show. And so, well, that's what happened with Kinky and Spanky. How did I get on this topic? And okay, Diane is saying, I guess she's at Middleson's place with his girlfriend and my 8-month-old. And you're the grandmother? Okay, my youngest son, his girlfriend and daughter, who is my 7-year-old granddaughter, me happy. Awesome. And that's cool. I'm glad you're in a good way over there. Well, thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. I heard bangers and thought bangers and mash. That reference is beyond me right there. But okay, yeah. But going back to the show, listening to I tried to go. I think I told y'all on this show last week. I showed up on Tuesday, ready to go to work. I had a doctor's note, and I was like, you know what? I'm a tough guy. Let's do this. No. Between antibiotics and that thing in me, there was no way. And the computer froze. It wouldn't take keyboard input. That is a classic sign of you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. You need to do something else. And I mean, for real, classic sign. Listening to the universe. I took a road trip one time and I did not have good intentions. Okay. Now, they were selfish. They weren't hurtful. They were selfish. Okay. And I was in the Army. I was going to LA from El Paso. Not a huge drive, especially after driving to Dallas and Tennessee a few times. So first, I almost didn't get a pass to go because you have to get a pass. You can't just take off, right? But I did get a pass, and I drove up there. Let me tell you everything that went wrong on the way. I had my little white Mazda truck. Normally, bulletproof truck. Love that thing. It just goes and goes. I want another one, but it just goes and goes. Had a flat tire. My ATM card didn't work anywhere. And this is before you could use your card everywhere. This is before PayPal. This is before any of the stuff that we know now, right? Cars stopped working. The guy had like some kind of bleeding issue going on at this one gas station that I couldn't buy anything at. And I had like $4, so I bought him something. Hopefully it would help him, and I left. And the tire shop, I don't know what the heck I picked up, but it had a hole the size of a quarter in my tire. Now this is all the car almost broke down. I had something going on. It was chugging like that in the middle. Oh, it was scary driving. LA midnight. It was bumper to bumper traffic, 80 miles an hour. I was not happy. Okay. I was very, I was getting dehydrated. And then when I got to my destination, that person wasn't there. They had been diverted. They were an army person. They had been diverted. And I couldn't call home. I barely called my buddy in the barracks. And then I got cut off because it apparently was a long distance phone call, and he didn't understand collect calls. And I'm like, okay, all right. So car almost broke down, had a flat tire. Nobody would take checks because I was an out-of-towner, and card wasn't working in any ATMs, even though they were going to charge me like $8 to use it. That's on the way, okay? I get to the place, the person isn't there. And I was like, okay, just go back. I went back. Oh, well, okay then. I went back, no problems. The smoothest of sailing. Tires held up, cards started working, didn't need to write a check. Car worked great. It went fine. I had zero problems. It was the craziest thing I think it was about the craziest thing up to that point. Well, and sorry, that message just kind of got me. And I know you're listening, so all right. You just kind of knocked me off kilter for a second. But I wasn't supposed to go there. The universe did everything to keep me back, short of wrecking me, right? And on the way back, nothing at all went wrong. Like I said, traffic cleared up. Truck did great. Cards started working. Phones started working. There was no cell phones back then. And everything was honky-dory. I don't know. Right? But that was one of those classic instances of you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. So obstacles, like usually inconveniences, will be put in your way. And well, it's pretty obvious, right? It's pretty obvious when those things happen, when you know what to look for. Me going to work on Tuesday, that was obviously, you're not going to work. Me fixing this red car, right? Apparently, I'm not meant to fix it right now, because every time the tool I got to do it broke as I was getting ready to use it. I mean, it just broke. It's a grease gun, okay? The handle broke. I was like, oh, you know what? There's just something going on here. I'm done. I only had 3 hours before the show. I didn't know what I was doing. These were the fancy parts, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to go get the cheap AutoZone parts that are pre-lubed and sealed. I don't want those. I want serviceable parts. However, I may have to just use them because there's no greasing needed, and cross my fingers that I get some good ones, right? Okay, yeah, the tool broke today. I'm not supposed to fix that car yet. Today, the tool broke today. And I was like, I followed the instructions that were online, how to use it, and the handle just crunch dead. I'm like, oh my god, you can't unload a a broken grease gun. You have to. I mean, it's once it's in, and if your grease gun breaks, you got to throw the whole thing away, unless you want a huge mess. I don't want a huge mess. I am done with huge messes. So, yeah, the tool broke. Right. Well, turns out the other day when I went to work, this has quantum signatures to it, fateful signatures to it. So I was not in the red car. I was in the Mercury. Okay. Mercury has more robust features because it's a lot bigger of a car, right? Here's something that happened. I was kind of in a hurry and traffic was coming to a standstill and people were getting antsy to try to change lanes to get around something. I couldn't see what was going on. Turns out a little car had stalled and broken down right in the middle of traffic, stopped, rushing traffic. And here I was not seeing what's going on. Somebody got over this way. I cleared the lane to the right. I decided to go on, even though I couldn't see very far ahead of me. Stomped it, got a good, and I am charging toward the back of a car. I'm like, oh my God. I slam on the brakes. I came probably 8 inches from this guy's bumper and almost hit somebody over here too because I got into a hurry, right? It shook me all the way up. And the guy in the front of the car, in front of me was like, and I'm like, yeah, well, sorry, dude. And I was like, yeah, sorry. And it opened up and I got off the interstate. And now this is a safety thing. This is not a snitching thing. At the gas station where I usually go, there was a policeman stopped in his car with pusher bars. So I said, hey, man, there's a little car at the beginning of this. And I described where just stopped. They're broken down. You got pusher bars. Can you go push them? Oh, I'll go check it out. I'm like, okay. And I was still shaking. I almost ran into that car. If I had been in the red car, I probably wouldn't have been able to stop that quick because as quick as it is, the brake discs are a little on the fragile side, right? As quick as that little car is, the brakes are not the greatest and it's a little bit top heavy. So it kind of does this when you have to slam on your brakes. It doesn't, it kind of does this. Mercury, however, Mercury is more robust. It went perfectly. It scared the crap out of me. And if I had been in the red car, I probably would have had bad luck that day. So, as it was, that the fact that the red car is off the road probably saved me. Just like you said, maybe so you don't crash next week. Very possible. I can't second guess anything. I have to just do what I'm going to do. I went to fix the red car. I couldn't do it because the tool broke. I'm not supposed to fix the red car. See, I had to just keep doing. I had to just keep going. So, I mean, they have different driving characteristics, of course, right? Like red car, not super fast, super maneuverable. Not right now. The maneuvering is off. And gold car, super fast, can't maneuver very well. So I don't try. It's more on the luxury side of things, even though I'm not a luxury car person. You know, I mean, look at my shirt, right? I don't really do luxury. This is ballin', okay? Right. I had to try. It's in me to make it whatever it is to do it, to try to do it. And if something stops me from doing it, there's normally a reason. Though I get really hard-headed and I will try to do it. And then the universe says, no, you're not going to do it. tool breaks, run out of funds, not available, can't do it for some reason, and haha, no. So yeah, I yeah, that's the way it works, right? And I'm guided. It seems like and I pay attention to these signs. I and no some normally they're not in words. But when Xena comes to me and says something in words, I listen, okay? And I pay attention. A few days before I got that, I'll go ahead and say it here on the show. In front of God, everybody, agents and aliens. I had a Foley catheter installed, and turns out I'm allergic to the material it's made of. It's a latex allergy. Well, it made me miserable for a week. Nobody could tell me why. Nobody realized I had a latex allergy, even though I had gone in for eczema on my hands, right? Years ago, like 7 years ago. Well, they put the allergy material internal, and it messed up everything, and it was gross, and it made me feel horrible. And no wonder I couldn't do that. I couldn't have that, couldn't function with it. It was horrible. So I'm not going to ever do that again. They had me on an appointment. That one, right? The one, it's, well, you can't see it, but it's got a big X through it. Foley catheter exchange. I was like, fuck that. There's my F-bomb for the week, right? I was like, no way. I am never doing that again. Y'all tricked me once, fooled me once. Shame on you. You're not going to fool me again. And there ain't no damn, I've never been pushed back into PTSD like that. Okay. I am 25 years away from my last PTSD episode, and now. So it pushed me right back into it. I had all the crazy thoughts, all the anger coming back about everything that's ever been done. Every situation I've ever been done, I was focusing on them, and I was just burning and like shaking, getting angrier and angrier. And I had to like, wait a minute. And after, by the way, getting it removed was almost as bad as having it put in. So yeah, that it pushed me right back into that frame of mind. I've been doing so much meditation since then. I'm feeling better. I haven't had really, I had one angry day. That's what I call them, right? Is angry days. I just get this anger. It's irrational. It's PTSD. I just get this irrational anger happen because of things that happened in the military, the training, the experiences, the Saudi Arabia, the first bear, right? Not the other, the first bear. And okay. But when I don't listen, right, then they make me listen. And I get it. I understand it. And also, a friend of mine had a dream about me that I was squeezing her hand. This was before the procedure, right? I was squeezing her hand, and she didn't know why, but I was in distress. She had a bit of a precognitive dream about me. That's to her. That's now listen to the universe. Okay. Watch the signs. If you, okay, be yourself, do you, but be open to the signs around you. Even, I mean, it could be as subtle as seeing, oh, wow, this is something that happened weird, right? I don't know what it was a sign of, but I think I know now. I had moved back here from El Paso, Colorado, then here. And I was invited to an Easter parade in armor. I was doing cosplay. I was doing a shadow trooper type deal, right? It was a custom guy. Well, I went to this thing and the parade hadn't started yet. So I was walking to the back of the line and I saw Sam, my friend from El Paso. He was looking straight on at me from across this 3-lane street. It was like lane, turn lane. And he was with a group of people. It was him. Nobody else looked like him. He was like looking at me and I could tell who it was, right? And I was shocked. He's in Texas. What's he doing in Kentucky? I was in Kentucky. So I just was like walking along, like, no, deny. It can't happen. This can't be him. He doesn't have any way to get here. No, it can't be him. So I just kept walking. And he kept watching me and I kept looking back. I was like, I've got to go talk to this person. But then the parade started and there was no way for me to go talk to him. And I looked for him, same shirt, same hat, same everything. Doppelganger almost, or a double, or alternate universe. That might have been an alternate universe event. I don't know. So yeah, it was, and that might have been an alternate universe event. That was about 7 or 8 years ago. And I noticed it and I remember it. It was one of those almost traumatically remembered moments, but it wasn't a trauma moment, right? Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know if it's a clone. I think we're not important enough to clone. Him and I and our people, we're us. I don't know if we're important enough to clone. Okay. Maybe to get somebody else on the cash register, if they clone a cash register operator, that would be me. Hey, Samo, welcome back. I just barely saw you come in. Welcome back to the show, Samuel. Thanks for coming around. I appreciate it. Hit okay, hit like and subscribe if you're here. You're quantum. Listen to the universe, people. And if you can talk to your spirit guides, just talk to them. Like I'm talking to you, just talk to them. Say, show me a red penny, which is really hard to make happen because they're not red. You got to make them red. Or show me something. Here we go. Now, this might be a little cliche now, but show me a red stapler. Well, if anyone needs a red stapler today, here you go. Here's your sign of whatever that thing is that you're thinking about doing. Red stapler. I'm not going to do any kind of card readings. Shout out Alien Girl 111, Amy, good morning, UFO. I don't have my coffee. I've been drinking coffee. By the way, coffee has nothing to do with this stuff I'm going through. It's totally okay to drink, especially the way I drink it. With, oh man, mushrooms all day today. I've been doing the good mushrooms all day today. Not the good ones, not the magic ones. They're all magic, but this is like the lion's mane and stuff for mental clarity in the coffee. And it is what's powering me right now because I'm low energy. But it's working and it's helping. And I just reordered some of the fancy stuff that I put in it, and it's all healthy, right? It's all healthy stuff. It's not crazy, weird manufactured additives made out of old tires and Coke bottles. It's not that. I am thinking, oh man, Wrangler. I'm thinking pasta. Pasta sounds good right now, but I've got barbecue. Also, pretty good stuff. So anyway, you can, if you want to address your spirit guide directly, you can do it. No setup required. Just calm your mind. If you need something to focus on, pick something shiny. It's shiny. See, it even shines. Just pick something shiny and gaze at it, or a candle if you want. No setup required. but it can't hurt. And just, you don't even have to worry about seeing the guide. Just speak to them. Ask them for things that you will understand. I will be looking for red stapler. If there's something I need to pay attention to, make it a red stapler. There's another red stapler out there right now. This isn't for me, but someone in the car scene said, look at some of the Honda Civics. Let me show you what they're talking about, right? Let me show you what they're talking about. I need to look this up, show it to you. Now, once you see it, you'll never unsee it. I didn't think anything about it until I actually saw it. So, look at the taillights of this car. I think some of you know what I'm talking about, right? Cannot be unseen. Look at the taillights. Look at the stapler. Look at the stapler. That is a Honda Civic stapler. That's the Honda stapler. Look at those taillights. It looks, I couldn't believe it. So if you need your red stapler, there you go. There it is. That is a sign. If you needed a sign, there's your sign. So I like red staplers too, Diane. Red staplers are the best staplers. Yeah, I know. Look at the taillights. Link will be in the description after the show. Yeah, it was an accident of the designer's part, but it's a red stapler. Who knew? If you needed a sign from the universe, there it is. Do that thing. Do that thing. And if it's don't do that thing, don't do that thing. So you can talk to them. You don't need to no setup. No setup required. Tell them what you need to see, hear, feel, whatever. And when the time comes, it will happen. Don't second guess. Don't think too much. Because if you think too much, you're going to skip over with the what ifs. Well, does it mean this or does it mean this? Just go with it, right? Hey, Pinky Leader. Nathan, you don't have to put on the tail lights. No. I just wanted to show it just came up in conversation if you need a red stapler, because I have one. I was like, here you go, and here's another one. If you ever see it, there it is, and it's a Honda Civic. So Aussie is shining that is giving me the slowly blinking red light because we are almost at the end of the first part, the solo, and I wanted to make sure that I got my points. See, two of them, 2 whole points, right? Made through that went through. So once again, shout out Bigfoot Michigan Rob and the Bubble Ghost. You got a Bubble Ghost, Humble Corn Ghost, or Varla does. What does Varla think of that? Did she see it? Because I recorded it for you guys. I'd love to know what she says. I need to go ask her, tag her in the video and stuff, and listen to the signs. There's one thing that says, one philosophy that says, you're going the right way when you have opponents. That's opponents, people to challenge you. That's not things breaking to keep you from doing something. You're not lacking motivation. You're being told this is not for you, at least not this time. Red car, right? It's not to be fixed. And right now, it's expensive to fix this stuff. That's why I'm trying to do it myself, right? It wasn't supposed to happen today. I'm supposed to chill out. I'm supposed to calm down. not be the mover and the shaker so much right now. For some reason, I don't know why. Right now, I've been told, well, I could look at it and say, well, it's so I can heal. Okay, that makes sense. It's so I avoid something. That makes sense. They all make sense. So I just have to go with it and calm down. I have to calm down because something is guiding me the way I'm going. And with Xena literally coming to me with words, and I wasn't even fully in meditation yet. Nathan, there are things that you have to go through. That is ominous sounding considering who it comes from. I had to back away and say, "Okay, I I trust you, so I know you're not gonna do me wrong. This is for my good." And I see, the worst part is knowing spiritual being is talking to me, Nathan, and also she said, "You're going to be fine." Yeah, y'all, for 2 weeks, this has really gotten to me. This has really been a neon moment. You've got things to go through, but you're gonna be fine. But then overthinking it was like, "Oh, your meat sack, your meat mech won't make it, but your spirit is good to go." I don't want that. I'm not ready for that yet. I got things to do, right? I've got many things to do, and that's what I refuse to overthink it that way. Everybody, this has been the Quantum Show, understanding when the universe is talking to you. Hope you like the thumbnail. And thank you, Renee, and shout out for the coffee, Renee. Thank you so much. Read Pinky's comment. Okay, let's look. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. Nathan, you don't have to put on the tail lights. Okay, is that what you were looking for? Is that the all caps comment I should be looking at? Okay, then. And everybody, okay. Right, there is a lot of changes happening. If you look around, everybody's losing their minds again. Look around. Everybody's losing their damn minds again. And I don't think it's part I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but it's happening. Okay? And I will be in about a half an hour, give or take, for the panel. The panel will happen. I do feel up to doing the panel, and I'm doing water because I've been drinking coffee all day. I'm still flying on mushrooms, not tripping, flying. I'm thinking extremely clearly. Okay, I get it. I do get it. I do get it. The song Roxanne, right? I'm not going to sing it. Okay. And Aussie is now flashing that red light at me. Hey, Cold. I'm glad you were here. Mushroom. I'm glad you were here. I know you were lurking. Thanks for being here. I'm Cold. Okay. I am pushing all those buttons. Where are we at? Pushing buttons. Thanks everybody for coming to the Quantum Solo Quantum Show, listening to what the universe is telling you. Pushing buttons. Be back in a little while with the panel. Pushing buttons. Pushing